Hey, what's up? This is DJ in the Groove, and I'm coming to you with another update. And I'll be putting some pointers out there and giving you some information on the importance of us that own Denon DJ products. Jesus Christ, I didn't know I was gonna have this much trouble with the autofocusing. But yeah, in regards to Engine DJ, especially Engine DJ OS, and anything that's owned by Didn't DJ and In Music, which is the actual brand company that owns the brands that are like Newmark and Akai, Rain, I believe, and many other products that should be compatible with Engine DJ OS. Now, word of advice, because I've been utilizing this since late 2019, and they've come a long way. Um, Whenever you're going to get into this digital DJing, age. I've been a DJ since '86. Um, I've utilized many DJ products throughout my life, but obviously the king for me in that age was the Technics 1210s, which I ended up getting from Japan in 1988. Four of them, chromed out. And it was my only set that I used for 3 decades. That was my go-to set with various mixers because, starting out from Newmark mixers to Vestats, Gemini. There's too many brands, Pioneer and all that. And you get your favorites. So you get in what you put out of it. And it's a sacrifice. You have to have a passion for this, and you have to have some time that you are willing to set aside, sacrifice, and commit to it. If you can't do any of that, don't even bother trying to get into this because the digital stuff has its pros and cons compared to analog. And a lot of this, like for instance, I have over six and a half, almost six and a quarter worth of music files, a little bit of MP4s, but the majority MP3s in my own personal library. Many would be like, well, damn, that's too much music, whatever. Why have it? And I've always had this notion that I live by, which is it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, especially for your clients, because you do not want to look unprofessional. And you definitely want to keep them happy and potential clients whenever they come and ask you for requests, and you're at least very close to the 100% confidence level that you can say without a doubt that you have it. I also and again, thanks to everything that then DJ along with Engine DJ has been able to do for us with the streaming services that are available to us at our disposal, which extends my extensive library to a lot, not to mention 3 record pools that I use worldwide that are DJ use only. That's what I use to build these libraries so that I can, without a doubt, know that my system is not corrupted, which is what I was doing here at my other home in Mexico. I should be heading back home to Dallas here in a few weeks. I just barely had surgery um, a few days before Christmas that actually saved my life, which I didn't even know at the moment that it was life threatening. So it'll take me a couple months to recover, but I'm here. Thanks be to God. And Happy New Year, by the way, 2024 to everybody. Today's January the 3rd. So, again, speaking on that, with these products and the innovations and stuff like that, you have to keep up to date. And although I love my Techniques 1210s, which everything was stolen from me along with 3 decades worth of vinyl in the year of 2011, I was gone from society for a while. I did some time in Supermats. I was discharged, and I'm cleaning my name as of May of 2016. COVID obviously didn't help anything. And this year is going to be a very good and blessed year for me because I'm getting at least 99% of my record expunged. And that's going to open the doors for an appellate attorney of mine's that will be hopefully produced by the city and the state which wrongfully convicted me, to help clear my name 100%. Well, obviously, it's been a rough ride, trying to get a regular stable job and stuff like that. And DJing, believe it or not, has actually sustained me throughout all of that, even the pandemic. And it's allowed me to learn this digital age of DJing, which fell into my lap, you know, that year of 2019. I had made my decision from three, I think it was three or four products, you know, brands, which included Pioneer, Newmark, and Denon DJ, and Rain, I think. And also, I think utilizing Phase. But at the time, I didn't have the money that I wanted to spend and you know, to be able to put and invest. So the cheapest route was going down the Denon DJ way. And instead of getting the MCX 8000, I ended up getting the Prime 4. And I'm going to upgrade that probably sometime this year to the Prime 4 Plus because there's nothing on the market that can beat that. I know Recordbox has their version of a standalone, but you can do so much more with the Denon DJ products, especially with SS, you know, sound switch, engine lighting, which are embedded in, I believe, all the InMusic brand products now. And it's just too much stuff, you know. And again, I use streaming services like Tidal, BeatSource Pro Plus, which both of them for me personally is worth the money, especially since I do a lot of weddings and quinceañeras and corporate events, and it makes it look good. So let's proceed. So yeah, y'all know my extensive library. Just to give you an FYI, I mean, these are all of my folders, okay? This is my own personal folder. Let me see. Hey, baby. And let me see. This is my first folder that I started with. This is 1 terabyte's worth alone. You'll see here. It's a lot of information, but I'd rather do this in real time. And I'm gonna try to make this video as short as possible, but I love giving my subscribers and anybody else that's needing some help and some information, because compared to 2019, especially with the Denon DJ products and Engine OS, which was not called Engine OS back then, I believe, there was hardly not too much. So yeah, this is almost about a terabyte. I actually cleaned this folder up. With that being said, I mean, yeah, we can proceed with the rest. And you know, I like to keep everything organized. So these are my recent zip folders, which I'm going to have these transferred to my zip drive, where you have to have a backup to the backup and have a backup to your actual backup. Okay, so when I first started, you know, using this and I clocked it from beginning to end, this is my I think it's almost $5,000 laptop. It's not your average DJ laptop. This is already like a few years old or something, but this is my Dell Precision 5750. I know a lot of people in the industry are used to using Macs and some gaming laptops or whatever the case may be, and it's all good. You know, if it works for you, fine. And it was my first time a few years back, you know, that I got my Dell, and I actually configured it to be able to utilize it with audio and video. And man, this laptop is just, the only thing I hate about it, I don't have enough memory, which I'm gonna upgrade that to maybe 2 terabytes or 4 terabytes, because the memory on here originally only came with that. I have 64 gigs of RAM on my video card, which is more than enough to run any software, especially Serato. I had Serato on here, but I took it off because compared to Virtual DJ, I mean, Virtual DJ beats it hands down. Serato is a good, deal, a good DJ software, but it takes up too much memory, too much space, and it lags behind Virtual DJ. Virtual DJ runs circles around it. DJ Cuber brought my attention to that in 2019, and that was actually his go-to deal compared to Serato, and that's from his own words. Y'all can look up the video. Y'all can search it. But then again, Qbert is Qbert, and he's always going to be faster than anything digital, just like, some of us, And it's true. The only thing is, I couldn't be able to lug around 6 terabytes worth of vinyl, if that was even possible. So, here's the thing. It took me 15 to maybe 18 minutes for this to do what's called the analyzing. Okay? And mind you, it took longer than that because each one of these folders I ended up having to drag and drop. And the way you do it, you would grab this, like say for instance here, and then you would drag and drop this. You would go up here to this symbol here where I'm pointing to. It goes here, and then you're gonna drop this to the collections tab. That's what builds this up. That's what shows your drives. If you don't do this in any of your DJ, Den and DJ products, anything in music related, like Newmark, Rain, stuff like that, because I believe that they're all compatible with Engine DJ OS, and you have to run it through this if you want to use it as a tool for analyzing and having your stuff set up properly, and also to test it for corruption. Then all of a sudden you're gonna get this here, which really is not going to be that much information. All you're gonna get is just a little bit of info, and that's it. You notice, I mean, your BPMs are here and all that, right? But if I click on a tab, you can't manipulate the BPM. You can't go from the slowest to to the highest, or vice versa. If I go here, for instance, this is saying that it's 202 tracks. I don't know what's going on with this, but let me see where this one's actually at here, because I know I got it in here. I seen it yesterday. As a matter of fact, I was actually cleaning and updating my folders, and this one they've actually have tweaked out this latest version. I'll show you what the version is, and it's showing me it's up to date. So it's important to have everything up to date, even your firmware on your hardware, and even your laptop itself. I'm using a Windows 11 latest version on everything. So here's this same folder. I click on this, and notice all the information. Now you have a waveform, you have the vinyl art cover, title, artist info, album. Now you can manipulate the BPMs. Now you can say, if I like mine's from slowest BPM to highest, but you can flip it now. So say for instance, now my lowest is at the bottom. Whoa. I'm over here screwing up. So yeah, see, now my highest is there, and I'm gonna flip it again, and now it should be regular. Well, hold on, let me see. All right, here we go. So again, you do this and you have all this information. I gotta see what's going on with my sound switch, because I know that I've done my sound switch deal, and I've actually have bought the full license of my SS, at least for the version 2. When it come out for version 3, I believe that they're either going to cut us a break or do something else, to the effect that we're not going to have to pay another $200-300 to own a full license on it. So another thing that I did, these, I think from 3.0, on your standalone units, you don't have to have everything wired, and you can actually use it via an internet connection, but they both have to be on the same internet connection, the same frequency. If it's 2.4 or 5.0, I can actually use Wi-Fi 5. I don't know about Wi-Fi 6 on my Denon Prime 4, because that's what I use on my laptops, the latest 5G or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, I'm using a 5G. And the beauty of that is that you can open this up. It'll connect to your hardware, your DJ controllers, your platters, whatever, and you can actually manipulate, hearing in real time, and it's real quick, without wires. Everything's wireless. So there's a lot of options, So that's the importance of doing this, and now finding out you can add a lot of other stuff on here. This is your smart list deal. You can scroll through your libraries. You can add another playlist here, because that's what this symbol is. You press on this and this will come out. You can tweak out however you want to tweak out your parameters on utilizing everything, your colors for your decks, everything. I don't happen to have all my DJ stuff here because I ended up coming up here just for recovery for at least a couple of months. But again, I should be back home in Dallas in a few weeks, or another week or so, a couple weeks. But yeah, that's the importance of doing this. Whenever somebody's explaining to you about Engine DJ and then having to create your collections playlists, this is the same tab, and the same information here is going to be on your, like for instance, on my PC, my Windows PC, the same thing as a File Explorer. This is Engine DJ's version of it. And again, if you don't do this, then you'll have just regular information. You won't have all the information that's needed. And, it'll start, doing this. And this is why a lot of people get stuck whenever you turn your Denon DJ products or anything in music, and you have not run it through Engine OS. This is what your hardware is doing. The same thing that Engine is doing here, your hardware is doing. This is why it takes, so long to do what it's got to do, because it's running all this, and depending on whatever chip you have embedded in your Denon DJ products or in music products, will determine how fast it's trying to give you some general information. And the way that you see this here, for example, on this list, this is what's going to come up. And if you're like me and you like to do everything, have everything tailored, just like we did, with our vinyl, and set up our vinyls with, bye baby. Okay, mama. Have everything with your BPMs set up, to like 60s BPMs, 70s BPMs, and so on. I like to do it from the lowest BPM to the highest BPM. And obviously, you're not going to remember every song. But, we have so many versions as DJs that we can manipulate everything from, intros, outros, acapellas, dirty, clean, instrumentals. I mean, you name it, that's all that we're doing. And in this case, had I not done this, my Prime 4 would still almost be doing it at the same time that this one is doing it. So every library that you would scroll through would do this. But if you run it through Engine OS and you take the time, you set aside at least one full day out of your whole work day, I mean work week, then you can catch up to speed, you can do what you got to do, and you'll have everything up to date. And then now you will get the information that would be, in your collections tabs, with all of them now showing up with all that information, especially with SS and stuff like that. Because as you can see here, it's not giving me no information in regards to SS if you use SunSwitch. And that's a totally different ball game in itself, because I mean you can create light shows, bam, you can put it up into your products, because that's how you're gonna have to put it, is via USB cable or a flash drive. And Jesus, excuse me. And then your SunSwitch, lights and stuff like that, all your light shows will be readable for your standalone services if that's what you're going to be doing. Now, for instance, this is only 200 something songs, and it took almost, let me see, 5 minutes, something like that, give or take a couple, and it already ran it, right? Now, the beauty of doing the collections deal, once you've already took each folder, ran it through there, have it analyzed, look how quick that is. And that's what your products will do now. Every time that you select a folder, bam, real quick. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how many tracks each folder has. My country is like, okay, well, yeah, that's just line dances. Another 200 something folder. This is almost 100 tracks. Okay, so it's a little bit. I put more on that. These ones not so much. Pitbull, I don't have too much of his. I got it scattered everywhere. I mean, everything starts reading real quick. What you want to do is have no jobs, no corruption. As you can see, everything's real time. There's no corruption in this. My drive is good. My biggest folders are going to be my hip hop folders, my dance folders. But the important thing is having a waveform. If you get a waveform on everything and none of these being in the red, you're good. It's been a while since I've actually ran through all my folders on here, but the beauty of this Engine OS is that when it took me the 17 or 12, 15, no more than 18 minutes to run through my extensive library, it made sure I didn't have any corruption on there. And that's why I'm able to get these crates, each crate, each folder, and real quick. I mean, everything's coming up real quick. Everything. And that's the whole purpose of doing what you have to do. It's 2,000 tracks, for instance, right? If I run it, look how quick. There is not one red track on here. I can scroll. Well, let's see. This is this one. Hold on. This is my 2000 track. We'll scroll through this whole deal just to give you an idea of the importance of doing this. No red tracks whatsoever. If you get anything that's got a red track or that doesn't have a waveform, there's something going on with that track. Sometimes the possibility of you not getting a waveform is because it's been not done in an MP3 or MP4 format. And Engine Oz can actually read and play a bunch of stuff just like the hardwares for in music, the Denon DJ products, which a lot of other software, can't detect it. Like Serato, I think, has trouble with the A flags and stuff like that, or anything that's not MP3 or MP4. It's not really gonna read it. Whereas Virtual DJ has, I've seen that personally. I do have some of those files within my whole music collection because there are some things that I can't get in my DJ record pools, which again, those are three that I use worldwide. One from London, UK, one from here in the States, and one from here, the capital of Mexico. But as you can see, that's the importance of why you have to utilize this great software to analyze and do everything that you have to do, which will take, save you a lot of time, a lot of headaches. Look at this folder, 3,000 something tracks in my cumbias folder, and they come up just that quick. 1,000 tracks, just that quick. And a lot of people complain with this Engine Oz deal because I don't know, they for some reason have some snags in their deal. And I'm showing you all of this in real time, and it's doing mines like super quick. This crates folder is gonna have like 60 or 70,000 tracks on it. Yeah, 61. Did it real quick, just like nothing. And there's no red tracks on there. That's the beauty of Engine Oz. It prevents you from having anything corrupt your system. So this can only happen if you have everything up to date. Again, we're using the latest version, 3.3.0. Now everything in Denon DJ, and I'm assuming any in music product, will be using the same. It used to be a different number. You would have a higher number here and a lower number in your hardware. But now it's the same. Whatever version this is what's on my Prime forum. And of course, you want to do some testing before you go out and do a live event. Again, this is the first drive that I ever started with years ago. I have 57,000 tracks on it. I have way more disc on that. It's in my crates folder. And yeah, I mean, again, and taking the time out to do this does not hurt you, because whenever you're going somewhere, you want to have the best. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be in a snag and then it's gonna be embarrassing because it's like, what the hell? What the hell's happened? And then all of a sudden, you don't know what to do. You'll panic. I've been doing this so long, I don't even panic. It's just like I just move. So I have backups to everything. A lot of times it's got to be your cords, so you got to check these. You got to check your power adapters for your laptop. Got to keep an eye on that. And it's all good. I mean, it's a lot of stuff that you gotta do. But again, very, very important to analyze all of your music stuff. So take the time. Learn it if you don't know it. There's a lot more information now than when I started back in 2019 with this digital stuff. That was the first time I was really thrown into it because I wanted to start back up. And I'm grateful to Denon DJ and Engine Oz now, which they changed this name like a couple years or going on 3 years now for this particular software, program. And they have continued, improving. And I don't know anybody else that does that. Bad thing I hate about everybody, because I used to be able to get a hold of Serato, Virtual DJ, Denon DJ, SunSwitch, at least in New York, in LA, over there on the other side of the globe. And you can actually speak to a real human being. This is like weird. That's the first time I've seen red tracks. So I'm probably gonna have to do away with this if this doesn't. Yep. All right. So yeah. So here's a deal that you can do here. You can remove this, and then it'll just remove it. You know, you won't have it on there. You don't need it. You can find it on your actual folder. You go to your, once you do this, you can do this. I'm gonna go here. I'll look for that Sanchez folder. Let me see, where is this Sanchez folder? Oh, okay, I see why I did it, because I had already erased it here. I don't have it here on my actual drive. So that's another reason that those red folders will come up, because you either moved them, you changed the name, or they just no longer exist. So I'm glad I'm showing y'all this in real time. And it's to give you at least in real time an explanation as to how and why this happened and how easy it is to change all of that. Because when I first loaded this drive yesterday, it was saying something to the effect that I had corruption in it. It informed me. I pressed OK. Normally, what it used to do, it would just stay doing the buffering deal. And it would stay doing that for hours if you left it on there. See, like here in my original videos, some of these I've actually changed because these, let me see, they're probably not going to be good folders. So I'm going to end up having to go through these and either erase that folder or I moved it. But I'm going to get to work on this, and I'll leave y'all with this video, and hopefully y'all can get some information out of this that's meaningful to y'all. And don't be afraid. Like I said, the importance, keep everything updated. Your firmware on your hardware, your software on your laptops and PCs, your Windows updated, everything updated. Make sure that you have more than enough storage space on your actual drive. You know, that's your program drive. Because Engine OS and SoundSwitch, especially Serato, utilizes so much space in using those softwares, depending on the extensive libraries that you have. Like if you have an extensive library like mine's. And that's it. Good luck to everybody. Don't be afraid. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll be putting out some more videos in the near future. Thank y'all. God bless.